right. Sorry about that. So I think the video cut off for some reason in my last video. Um, but yeah, I was getting a little bit long-winded anyway. So yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. But like I was saying, basically, I feel like those with Life Path 11, we do go through more shit. We go through more challenges, and a lot of times we may go through things that people may not understand on a physical level. I don't like to really mix spirituality and disability and physical illness, just because there's always this the tendency for a lot of people to get into, like, I don't know, like ableism and victim blaming and things like that. And I don't want to do that, but I know that, at least just looking at examples of people who have Life Path 11, I've seen people, obviously like myself, who have like TMAU, or they may have like some other rare condition or autoimmune disease or something. And like a lot of times it can be really freaking hard. And it can be something that like people really don't understand, whether it be like family and friends, or even like for us, like the medical community, like they really just don't understand what is going on with this. And so, like, when I say that our challenge is to overcome and to to like reclaim our own power, and to bring spiritual lessons or whatever message we have for the world, to the world through this, I'm not saying that in doing that like we'll be cured or anything. I don't believe that at all. I believe if we are cured, that it'll probably come through like whatever diet protocol, or like whatever medication may come, or I mean, it may not come in our lifetime. All this education and like activism that people are doing is wonderful, but like a lot of times activists die without seeing those changes happen for them in their time. It may happen for the future generations, who knows. But anyway, but I'm not saying that like it'll necessarily cure us, but I feel like it'll put us in a place of, like I said, having our own, reclaiming our power over our situation, so that like even if we're not cured, we'll still be in a place where this doesn't completely take us out. And so we'll be able to at least overcome on a personal level, and on an emotional and a spiritual level, even if our bodies are still, I don't want to say like working against us, but like working against us basically. So yeah, like I feel like those are just like, the more I study and the more like I learn about different things, like I feel like it's empowering. I also feel like it's really difficult, just because like as a skeptic, I kind of wonder like what kind of creator, or what kind of, I don't know, like spiritual source would, like, who would create a world where like this is the way stuff is set up. Like, I don't know. That still kind of makes me mad, but like I'm trying to get past like asking a bunch of questions, or like questioning why certain things are the way they are, and kind of just trying to figure out how to work within the, I don't know, work with whatever spiritual law is set up, which I don't know if that's like accept and defeat or what, but like that's pretty much where I am. Basically, just discovering what truths resonate with me, and instead of like fighting against them, trying to work with them and see like what actually works for me. But yeah, and then just one last thing. I just thought it was funny, like in studying my life path number, how like it really does resonate with like the stuff that I've learned in astrology. So like there's there's a lot of things in astrology. Like it's so vast that like you could have two lifetimes and you'll never really learn everything about astrology. But one of the things that I was looking at most recently was my North Node. And so, kind of similar to the life path, your North Node in your birth chart is basically where it's what you're to aspire to in this lifetime. It's what you're supposed to, it's the you that you're supposed to strive to become. And so your north node is directly opposite of, I guess that would be 180 degrees away from your south node, which is in astrology pretty much your comfort zone. It's the stuff that you're already good at, you're already comfortable with, what's familiar to you. And so, like, your journey in astrology is to go from your south node, your comfortable place, to your north node, which is that place that's less comfortable for you and pretty much stretching you to become, to reach your potential, pretty much. And so for me, my south node is in Cancer, in my third house. And so, long story short, what that means is pretty much like family, my immediate home, short distances, things like that. That's like my comfort zone, which I can say is definitely true. Like being around my family, my friends, being close to home, that's like where my comfort is. And then it's also like short distances, and also like mundane and like everyday communications and writing and things like that. And then my ninth house, my north node is in my ninth house in Capricorn. And so basically that's like higher education, religion, spirituality, philosophy, all those like higher concepts. And then Capricorn is like discipline, business, career minded, focused, all those things that like funnily my brother is and like I'm the opposite of. I feel like we really are opposites. So like basically my path in life, or my part of my mission in life, is to go from like my home, what's familiar to me, family. Also Cancer is like being like emotional and like overly sensitive, things that I definitely all am, to being more rational, to focusing on higher thinking, higher education, long distance travel. Capricorn focusing on discipline and business and things like that, which I feel like definitely resonates with like my life path also. Basically going from the two, which is being like more sensitive and more intuitive, which those things are beneficial, but not just getting caught up in being like overly sensitive and things like that, but moving towards a higher perspective, and using those challenges to to basically teach higher lessons and to reach a higher vibration. Um, so yeah, like that's the way, I don't know, like just meditating on those things has kind of brought me some comfort. Just thinking that like even though life can suck a lot, just seeing that overcoming these challenges, these things are, I don't want to say placed on my path or like a part of my path, but I'll say a part of my life path. Um, and so I don't know. Um, I just feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm rambling. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily make the day to day easier, but like it does give me a sense of purpose beyond all of this, to know that like that I was built for this, like that this is part of my life path, and that if it's part of my life path, that means that I can overcome it. Whether that means that I'm cured, or whether that means that, I don't know, like I find a way to experience joy and to fully experience life in spite of. So yeah, like I don't know if anybody else who watches these videos, or in the community knows like what their life path number is. or if they're into any of these things that I'm into. That's another thing with Life Path 11s, not only like all the challenges and all that stuff, but like we kind of feel like we're weird or we're out there, or other people think that we're weird or we're out there because a lot of times we have like higher perspectives or things that other people might not completely understand yet. Maybe, like maybe like we're ahead of our time. I don't know. But if you are into those things, I don't know, I would like to get your perspective. Like, do you know your life path number, or like, do you know, I guess like anything about your astrology? Like, have you found anything that has been a comfort, or anything that's been able to help you cope? So yeah, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna try to make videos more often, especially going into this new year, because like as I start working more on getting my business established and as I launch that, and then also as I relocate prayerfully abroad, I definitely want to document that journey. And then also I want to make some more videos about spirituality, and especially like how it relates to what I'm dealing with as far as TMAU, but then also just in general, I want to make more videos to kind of get these thoughts out here. Just because I feel like they could be really beneficial to people, but like it's hard when people don't understand it, or when they don't like see anybody that they know who's into it, when they just completely misunderstand it because they've never tried to understand it. So I kind of want to just make videos to break down these things more simply so that people can understand. And if they're into it, then maybe they can start practicing themselves. But yeah, that's it for now. Sorry to talk y'all's ears off, but yeah, definitely leave me some comments and just let me know your thoughts. And if you have any other questions too, that I didn't answer, about like TMAU or anything else, definitely leave me questions in the comments. And then also, if you guys have any ideas, like if you want to see any more videos, are there any things about like spirit, excuse me, spirituality, astrology, numerology, tarot, any of that stuff, meditation that you guys want to know about, definitely let me know. Because that's definitely something that like I would like to put out there more. So yeah, thanks.